When it comes to raising awareness of an issue, sitting on a toilet in a London shop window has to be one of the more, how can we say, unusual, unique ways to do that. But that's what Emma Spagnola is planning to do. She's trying to highlight the need for more changing places in the county. And Emma joins us in the studio now. Emma, hello.
Hello there.
Good morning. Fantastic surname, by the way.
It's fantastic. Everyone remembers.
Where does that come from?
My husband's American, but his dad's Italian. So, yeah, it comes all the way through from there.
You are right. Once heard, never forgotten.
Exactly.
Which in this case is good.
It's fantastic.
For you, for what you're about to embark on. Tell me about the campaign and what spurred you on to start this off.
So I've got a son who's nearly 6. He's autistic and still in nappies, non-verbal. He's getting too big for baby changes. So once he got too big, I started to look to see what the next thing was, so to speak. The thing I found was changing places, which incorporate a large adult changing bench, so I can get him on there, get him changed with dignity. As it stands at the moment, we have to do it in the back of a car boot or on a day toilet floor. So
no, that's just not going to work in any time, really, is it? Well, it isn't good for you, and it isn't good for your son either, is it? On that, yeah. And I'm glad you expanded on what changing places are, because some people might think changing place. What is that? You're right. You would think it was just taking a small baby.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a changing place is a 12-metre square room, big enough to fit a wheelchair user and 2 carers in. It has it has a toilet, it has a sink, but it also has a large changing table, and it also has a hoist, so that people who are in wheelchairs who can not transfer to toilets can use the hoist to get across to the table, to get undressed, to then move over to the toilet. Because just because they're in wheelchairs and not transferable doesn't mean they're incontinent.
Absolutely. And so there's a point where you thought, I can't be doing with this anymore. Obviously, your boy's going to get
and
older,
you're going to get bigger,
isn't he? And bigger, which is more.
Well, when I first
more of a headache for you, really.
When I started campaigning, there was only 4 in Norfolk, and 4 in a county of this size is ludicrous, in my opinion. We're now just about at 8. With a couple of smaller additions, which are just a smaller kind of thing, but with a hoist and a changing bench.
And where are they?
We've got into Chapelfield, I've got one. The Norfolk and Norwich Hospital, I've got one. The Vauxhall Hub up the road, I've got one. Glanford out near Holt, have got one. Marina Centre at Great Yarmouth. One of the pubs in Great Yarmouth. And also Great Yarmouth Borough Council put one at Galston Pierhead. So they're the ones we've got at the moment, but we've got one nearly ready.
You then decide that you're going to sit on a toilet in a shop window in London. Whose idea was that?
It's a very lovely lady called Sarah Brisdian. She did, over Christmas, she did a Loo Advent, which was every day heading towards Christmas, she did a photo of her on a toilet with, as Mary, as a star, as a Christmas tree, everything you can think of Christmassy, she did. She wanted to go, what's next kind of thing. What can we do next and bring more attention to it? And this is what happened.
And what, you volunteered yourself to do this?
I volunteered to do it, yeah.
What's the reaction been like from your friends and family?
Well, they don't expect anything different now, I don't think. they know how passionate I am about the Changing Places case, so they're not surprised.
How angry does it make you feel?
Oh, since I've been campaigning, I've met so many people, and I look at these people, and it's heartbreaking. I've got women who are like 4 or 5 foot, who've got sons who are 6 foot, who they have to lift out of a wheelchair onto a floor to change, and then put them back into the wheelchair. I mean, they shouldn't be doing that. And these are older ladies as well. This isn't just a child issue, it's adults as well, disabled adults as well. So, yeah, it's heartbreaking. I've met some wonderful people, and I'm so happy I've done this because I've got to meet them. But they shouldn't be in that position in the first place. I
had a friend who texted me last week when she knew that we were going to cover this topic. And she had a family member disabled in a wheelchair, and said that this family member refused to drink anything for a few hours before they went out because they just didn't want to be faced with that as a situation.
Unusual. That's not unusual at all. They dehydrate themselves. They don't eat, so they can't go into number 2s basically. Even people have gone as far as having an operation to stop themselves going to the toilet. So it's a basic human need that's just not being met.
I'm surprised that there is only 8. wrongly, obviously, assume that there would be more, which is why you're here to highlight
exactly.
that. Okay?
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. The whole point of the campaign down in London. Obviously, I campaign for Norfolk, but I also campaign for nationally. I mean, ideally, we want one in every shopping centre, every large supermarket, every tourist attraction, and in every town city, at least one. And I don't really think that's too much to ask, to be quite honest.
What's going to happen when you trot off down to London?
Well, the plan is Sarah's going to be in the toilet. It's Baker Street, London, from 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the bath store with shop window. Sarah's going to be in it the whole time, bar toilet breaks, ironically. And we're doing shifts. The rest of us, there's about 8 of us all together. So basically we can just be sitting in the window with our pants down on a toilet.
On a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you certainly are going to raise awareness of it, which is good.
Yeah.
But it also highlights how you have to think of different ways to get people to understand.
I mean, it's a life changer. If people stay indoors for weeks on end because they haven't got this facility. A gentleman who I've known a while now, he went out and messed himself whilst he was in the shop. He had to go home smelling, and he didn't go out for 10 weeks after that, because he was so humiliated by what happened to him. Oh. Exactly. It's such a life changer.
You do need to get something done. Who funds the changing places that we have now?
Fundraising. It's the people who have them. So into Chapelfield, they did their own one. There's no grants available, which is
so you don't get any government money, no local government money at all.
Nothing
it's
at all.
just all the money that you're out there raising.
Yeah, we fundraise or what people are willing to do themselves.
What about the cost?
This is a kind of contentious issue. It's 12 to 15,000 for equipment. I mean, obviously, if you've got a room at your place that's already set up, it's got a toilet in it, and that's going to be a lot cheaper. If you've got to do structural, then the building costs are going to be higher than that. But it's 12 to 15,000. It's between 25,000 30,000, I would say, for an average kind of change in place. But we have a lovely cafe down in Cromer who are doing a space to change, which is a smaller version, and they've raised that all themselves. And it's the smallest cafe, but they know this is so important that they've got this space to change in there as well.
What a lovely thing to do.
Exactly.
And obviously then it will make you feel a little bit more positive about
we know we've got a cafe
future
to go to.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about. The date you're going to be doing this, Emma, when is it?
On the 11th of May. From 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock on Baker Street, London.
And how do you feel at this moment about the prospect of sitting in
close, isn't it? No, I completely believe in it, so I'll do anything pretty much.
And we will have people listening now who'll say, right, OK, I really want to help out with this cause. How can they contact you?
Well, I've got a Facebook page called Changing Places and Space to Change Norfolk, which is where I put everything that I do campaigning-wise. If anything comes up that there's possibly going to be one, being opened. We also have the Mobiloo that comes up to Norfolk quite a bit, which is a mobile changing place which comes to events around the area. It was at Spring Fling the other day, etc. Which is the same thing, but just in the back of a lorry, pretty much. So it's ongoing.
Emma, you're a star.
Thank you so much.
Star. I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you.
You are a very, very brave lady to undertake
Crazy,
this.
I think.
Will you let me know how you get on?
Of course.
And if you're in that shop window, I might try and give you a call whilst you're there.
That'd be brilliant.
If that's all right.
Yeah, no, that'd be brilliant.
So we can see, so we can hear what's,
I'll do a loose selfie for you.
Well, there's an offer I haven't had very often. All right, Emma, thank you very, very much for that.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Thank you.